mettiamo l'audio. Ok, vediamo se si vede tutto. Siamo un po' l'audio. Prova, prova, prova. Prova, prova, prova. Eccoci. Allora, vediamo un po'. Ok, dopo. Ricordamelo. Allora, volevo vedere Linette perché guardano la prima costellazione. Quando un avversario con il marchio d'ombra viene colpito dalla stoccata enigmatica, si genera un vortice che risucchia gli avversari vicini. Niente di che. No, non è niente di che. Allora, vabbè, facciamo la storia, che è la cosa più importante al momento. Mi hanno regalato 2 nuove ricette. Ah, ok. Cioè, io le ho fatte tutte le ricette e le cerco e le trovo e mi prendono pure per il culo dicendo grazie al tuo entusiasmo, sì, è vero, e poi l'hanno date pure a te. Allora, dunque, sì, le resine sono 95. Facciamo 95, però non condensate. Non ne ho di condensate, queste le recuperiamo. Allora facciamo che le condenso e faccio un paio di run nel dominio quello di AE.
No, anch'io devo fare.
Vai, allora lo facciamo assieme. Dammi un attimo. Ho visto che è molto forte il team di Nilu, quindi se tu fossi d'accordo, solo Hydro e Dendro. Perché ho provato con il team di Itto e non era buono. Ho provato con il team di non mi ricordo chi e non era buono. Ti dico io quando venire. Vai. Posso farlo 4 volte. Ah, allora aspetta, ne faccio un'altra io. E ne facciamo 5, dammi un attimo. questa volta le riesco a prendere tutte. Opla. Aspetta, faccio un'ultima resina condensata. E ci siamo, e ci siamo. Ci siamo. Vieni pure. Vengo io. Caldo. Posso? Allora, aspetta, ah sì, invitami, giusto? Metti tu Nilu, metto io Nilu. Ok. Va bene così. Sì, io metto Baizu. Kokomi. Dammi un attimo che glielo metto. Ma scusami, perché Naida non ce l'ha? La tua Naida? Aspetta. Non è Deepwood? Aspetta. Il mio Baizu è mollusco oceanico. Vai.
Seems like an a bitter pill to swallow. Remember, health comes first.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Ma il mio scudo? Il mio scudo ce l'ho solo io.
Allow me.
Che bello Baizu, avesse più utilità. Allora, difesa percentuale, perfetto. Devo dire che abbiamo trovato, sono molto belli i nuovi artefatti, vero? Io devo trovare Electro Damage Bonus.
Seems like an emergency.
Uphill battle. Covenants of the deep.
Bonus da uno da Piro e l'altro set.
Taking a turn for the better.
Rest and rebuild. Make yourselves a room. Hold the line.
comes first.
Billowing surge. Committed to memory. Scott.
Difesa percentuale, l'altro set. Ce li stanno facendo penare proprio. Sto cercando il terzo attacco percentuale, il quarto del set che aumenta il danno della mental skill. Sì. Vabbè. Ah.
Allow me. Follow my
Bitter
street.
pill to swallow.
Carry Rebuild.
Taking a turn for the better.
The doctor will see you. Bring refuge. Here. Yeah. Hey. Allow me.
Mind the side effects.
I see every hold the line.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Follow my street. Let's move out.
Ultimo. Brutto. Andata meglio anche a te. Ti aumenta i rate. Se perde aumenta i PS e ti aumenta il rate. Crit qualcosa, insomma.
Remember, health comes first.
Self to move. Billowing surge. Now roll. Break and rebuild.
Mind the side effects.
This dance is for you.
Seems like an emergency. A bitter pill to swallow.
Dove? Io sono qua. E mi sta un po' laggando. Mi passeresti la ventolina per favore? E il cavo? Perché mi sta tipo laggando, che sta per esplodere. Grazie. Sperando che non si senta troppo dal microfono. Ok. Le daily. Ah no, questa non si può fare. Una, due, tre. Ah. E vai a fare quella del pallone.
But you should probably use an umbrella. One with the force.
Come on now. Right here.
Qual è? Sì, crit rate. Penso questa sarà la prima regione in cui farò l'Archon Quest prima di esplorare, perché io di solito esploro tutto, sblocco tutti i teleport.
Right here. Emerge.
Io faccio sempre così,
Excuse me?
perché a me
Can't
piace
see?
esplorare. Però siccome mi hai detto che
I'll uproot you!
spiegano Usia, Pneuma, eccetera.
Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Sia. Rah. Yeah.
Emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever. Emerge. Right here.
Ne abbiamo fatte? Sì. Ok, ok, ok. Telefono si è ripreso. Ah, poi bisogna sbrigarsi a fare la Archon Quest perché c'è il nuovo sistema di reputazione che dà sicuramente le cose tipo l'oggetto per trovare gli Hydroculus, i forzieri, delle nuove ali. Mi sa che dà anche primo gems, no? E quindi prima lo sblocchi meglio è perché quelle missioni sono settimanali.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to.
The Adventurers Guild.
Thank you for completing. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ok, fatti tutti. Decorazioni. Ah, e poi dobbiamo fare anche... Vabbè, facciamo un po' di storia e poi facciamo l'abisso. Storiamo. Prova. Prova, prova. Ok. Allora andiamo qua. Ha un po' di occhiali a sto tipo. bellissimi sono i lampioni nuovi. Se hai notato, hanno il simbolo di Fontaine, quello che ti appare nella schermata di caricamento. Ce l'hanno intarsiato nel vetro dei lampioni. Celestiale. Mi sembrano tutti scam. Ora abbiamo, non so se l'hai fatto, incontrato Virgil che ci racconta di una banda di tipi che probabilmente ha accumulato un sacco di ricchezza, ma i loro tesori non sono mai stati ritrovati. Cioè sembra tutto scam. Ci sono i maghi e Lynette che per caso sembra, no, tipo i ladri, no, che fingono di trovarti per strada per caso, no? Vieni con noi, vieni con noi. Poi c'è l'Arcon che sembra una paraculo. Cioè, boh, questo che ci vuole prendere per il culo per i tesori. Paimon è la seconda volta che dice che l'abbiamo trovata che stava affogando. Ma io non mi ricordo. Ste occhiaie. Cominciamo. Cerca e raccogli indizi. Quindi andiamo qua. Ci immergiamo. Wow. Wow, è fatto bene. Sì, questi ridanno stamina. Molto bello, Andrei di Cocomi, dato che è il elemento. Che bella. Ah, eccola lì. Cioè... Ok. Spawn. Ma... No. Giù. Giù. Ok. Che devo fare? Ah no, non funziona così. E vabbè, esplora l'antica sede. Cos'è questo? Al momento sono a... è la mia prima volta. Va bene. Va bene, allora niente. Andiamo a fare la storia. Plu 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 plu. Storiamo. Dobbiamo arrivare qua. Possiamo teletrasportarci qui? No. Devo andare di qua. Whenever. We're meant to be together. Li vuoi riprendere? Devo per forza? Devo fare... Posso andarci a piedi? Sì, posso andarci a piedi. Oh, perché va a scatti così?
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
Molto bello, Fremine.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Andate, andate.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Invece,
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers. It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
bene.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need. This'll be a walk in the park for us.
Ok, allora abbiamo visto che c'è un teleport qui vicino. Allora, prima di tutto andrei al ristorante a vedere se ci sono le ricette. Oh, però perché sta laggando? Ok. No, vabbè, vendono la fonta.
Là stai.
In che senso?
La storia.
Eh sì, sto facendo la storia.
È vero.
Caffè. Ho preso il caffè e le ricettine. Allora, poi qui abbiamo fatto qualcosa probabilmente. Molto bene. Abbiamo accumulato abbastanza wish. No, ancora no. Va bene. Andiamo a deliberare le cose che ci hanno detto di deliberare. Ci hanno detto di deliberare qua qualcosa. Qui sotto. Qui sotto, troppo sotto. Sembra una fucina questa, quindi. Allora. Salve.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey, is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work?
Oh,
It would be
certo.
a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Oh, finalmente ci spiegano.
It's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Indemnitium.
How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Ah. Questo è da screenshottare.
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying
Wow,
to collect
c'è
payments, why
Tartaglia.
don't you settle your own debts first? If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it,
Brava.
it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Penso per ora che abbiamo superato abbastanza tempeste. Sì.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often
No.
I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you
Brava,
wait for me
brava,
over
brava.
there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect
Brava,
us to
brava.
sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
can you at least let me
Va
finish
bene.
one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients,
È così simpatico Tartaglia, ma è
you're the ones who
così
started it.
complicato da
It's an act
giocare.
of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Ciao, Deus in firma. Sì, è complicato da giocare Tartaglia, dai. E lo giochiamo. Oddio, lo giochiamo. Madò, lo giochiamo. Oh. Allora,
Tidal wave.
scherzando. Come si gioca Tartaglia? Con gli attacchi caricati, ma... Ok. Ah, gli applichi il marchio. E poi la ulti li fa scoppiare.
Amateur mistake. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Ok. Ah, bellissimo, il Traveler sta aspettando fuori che io finisca di usare Tartaglia che non so usare.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Sì, sì.
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it?
La mafietta.
Huh?
Che gli succede?
Now's my chance!
Gli si è spenta la vision? Oh, oh. Ah. Ah, questi effetti di sfocatura.
That was weird.
Infatti.
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
La vision sua è una vision canonica, no?
First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway.
Ma
Besides,
insomma,
I always have my delusion in case I need
eccola
it.
qua.
So what are you doing in
Infatti,
Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
e sarà stato scaricato dai Fatui,
I
no?
don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us.
È
Is that the
vero?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon. So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
Ora Paimon.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Quindi Child è caduto in un abisso.
Sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Cosa?
Yeah, I'm
Come?
out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive
Sì.
like that.
Ah.
Seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
And no, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Official champion duelist? You
Non
mean
mi ero mai
it's their
accorto
job
che
to
i
duel?
personaggi, Paimon, eccetera,
Yep, in Fontaine, before a
non
criminal
li
goes to
disegnano il
court,
naso.
they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the
Okay.
worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Clorinde.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Una delusion. What?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Va bene.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, seems we don't have much to do for now. We might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Sotto la guida di una Paimon, più su di G del solito, raggiungi finalmente la corte di Fontaine. Quindi vediamo la Opera House.
Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along. Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
Oh, che bella la colonna sonora. Bene così.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Lenny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus.
Allora, andiamo sulla linea aerea. Che fa questo? La linea aerea, allora, girando per qui, troviamo un teleport. Quindi vediamo di bloccare questo teleport. Più c'è questo posto, vabbè, lo vedremo poi. Tac. Sbloccato il teleport. Poi dobbiamo andare di qua, quindi credo che sia da questa parte. Ah, ci dice proprio. Ok, vai qui. Ci dice anche linea la Navia. Direi che posso mettere questa modalità qua, vediamo se va un po' più tranquillamente. Gioco. Posso... Eccolo qua, esamina. Ehi, esamina. Ecco. Non ci ha dato niente, perfetto. Posso salirci? Lagga lagga. Ripreso.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Carino. Ok, sblocchiamo il teleport così non dovremo mai più fare questo viaggio nell'Aquabus. Super scocciato. Va a scatti. Quindi mettiamo la media. Ok. Dove dobbiamo andare? Ah, questo. Ricerca del Marcot. Ok, ok. Quindi dobbiamo seguire questa strada qua. Questa. Bellissimo. Così provo a togliere cose qua. No, ha perso la rete. Eccolo qua. Chissà dove ci riporta. Allora, eccoci qua. Siamo tornati indietro. Eh sì, sì, l'ho ringraziato. Sì, diciamo che ci vuole uno che faccia più velocemente. Ma che carino questo. No, non è carino. Se deve laggare in un modo o nell'altro, meglio che laghi a una qualità alta. Poi. Bellissima.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Sarà anche un po'
Maybe
rompicoglioni.
this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all.
Benissimo, non
I
chiede nulla.
suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
Scusate.
when Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions.
Vero.
Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the
Bellissimo.
ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you
Bellissimo.
heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
La fontana di Fontaine è dove tutte le acque di Fontaine convergono, anche le lacrime.
So, what did the voice say? Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
Ma perché? Che è successo?
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Entriamo nell'opera. Qui diceva che posso trovare delle cosettine. Eccole qua. Aspetta. Mi sa che con questo ci compriamo un altro wish. E ah, tra l'altro posso comprarne. Io ho ancora da comprare 3 wish evento dallo store. E mi sono rimasti questi qui evento. Faccio una decina di pull su Linei, su Yelan. 10 pull soltanto. Allora, io sono a Yelan C1. Sono a 10. Mo come? 10. Sono a... Devo fare il 13° wish. Yelan C1. Vado su quello nuovo. 10 wish a caso. Ok, 4 stelle. Spadone, spadina, libretto, orbetto, arco, orbo, spadina, arco, Barbara. Barbara che non dice niente. Ok, ah, non avevo Barbara C6. Allora, vediamo se siamo arrivati a poter comprare. Mi manca un wish da poter comprare. Barbaretta forse è diventata C6. Vediamo un po'. Sì, Barbara C6. E riviva tutti. Bene, faccio altri 10. Ok, ancora 4 stelle, perfetto. Archetto, spadone, archetto, archetto, spadone, archetto, lancetta. Sucrose, non male. Bennett, non male. ho speso 10 wish, ma ne ho presi 1, 2 e 3. Quindi in realtà ne ho fatti 7 in pratica. Quindi prendiamoci questo e poi prendiamoci questi due. Sono a 80 wish, ero a 13, 23, 33. Quindi sono a 33 wish fatti e ne ho 80 da parte. Quindi sicuro posso arrivare al 90. Se mi servisse. Tra l'altro c'è anche l'obiettivo del Battle Pass che non ci servirà perché comunque io arrivo comunque al livello massimo, che è esprimi un totale di 50 desideri. E ne ho fatti 21. Va bene, va bene. Allora, andiamo all'opera operetta qua. Quindi insomma al momento hanno spiegato solo che ci sono due tipi di energia in Fontaine, che sono il pneumosia, che però è una energia instabile e non tutti gli abitanti di Fontaine riescono a controllarla. E poi c'è l'Indemnizum, che invece è la fiducia nella giustizia. Io pensavo che fossero entrambi la stessa cosa, invece no. Di cui l'Indemnizum è l'oracolo che la canalizza ed è direttamente correlata all'Archon, mentre la Pneumosia, che non mi ricordo bene la pronuncia che usano loro, non proviene dall'Archon. Interessante. Ah, ecco, ecco. Nubilette ha fatto vivere queste cosettine qua, questi mostriciattoli qui in Fontaine. Sicuramente avrà qualche accordo con l'Archon lui. Andiamo nel teatro. Quando vuoi entra pure tu nella live, saluta, buonati.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the tickets.
Vabbè, a noi faranno uno
The
sconto.
Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lenny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be
La
right
cosa
there.
più importante mi
Seems there's an
sembra
issue with
del
the
sistema
stage
di
props over there.
reputazione
That's
è
Cal, my
che
assistant, calling me.
sbloccano cose del
I'll go lend
tipo.
him a hand.
Era quella la cosa che volevo io principalmente, sì, infatti ora mi sono ricordato. Vai.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny.
Allora, prima fila. Vediamo un po' se ci sono dei forzierini. No, non ci sono forzierini. Allora andiamo. Credo che bisognerà andare da qua su. O si aprivano quelle porte? No. caduti. Bellissimo questo posto.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Uh, 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 uh.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still, it's kinda awkward if we don't say anything. Ah, you little... Of course you put this on Paimon!
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
È bellissimo Nubilet.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
Io sono il giudice.
Friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend,
Ha
I
le
would be
orecchie a
more than
punta.
happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is
È
getting
bellissimo.
awkward. Wait a second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my
Nervillet.
show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to
Nervillet.
Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later, otherwise she may become flustered.
Allora, Furina è la prima Archon che fa un po' la smorfiosa.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Vabbè, fanno comunque... forse Fontaine diventerà molto grande. No. forse Fontaine è più piccola rispetto alle altre aree, e quindi perché praticamente i chest normali, quelli di legno, ti danno un cosettino che puoi scambiare con tipo l'albero livellabile. E infatti
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
vediamo se riusciamo a fare
They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
rimpicciolirci.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Oops.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh,
Eh
good
sì,
point.
l'avranno fatta
That's
apposta.
what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Può essere che loro abbiano una delusion, dato che sono tipo in combutta con Arlecchino.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
Non sento, sto guardando lo spettacolo.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything! Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough, but Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
Ovviamente.
Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random.
Sì,
Even
vabbè.
I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58!
E tutte queste persone sono...
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
Huh? Why aren't you counting, Neuvillette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Oh?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24, 23!
Devi caricare ancora
What's wrong,
premuto?
Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations.
già
There's
attenta.
no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's
Evento.
unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19, 18, 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What happened? Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Mi sembra tanto fake questa Archon. Non ha mordente.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
Oddio.
His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently,
era
the
un
fireworks
assistente,
on
non
stage
era una
ignited the
persona a
ropes that
caso.
were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowl in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Addirittura.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Linny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Ma poi perché saboterebbe il suo stesso spettacolo?
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linny and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met. Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
E quindi?
But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well,
Vito?
Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney and defend him in this case?
No.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linny and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
Vabbè, ma chi saboterebbe il suo stesso
Good to
spettacolo?
hear. Thank you so much for trusting me.
Forse è Lynette.
I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But, if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks
Sono
for
dentro
that.
la Opera
We'll
House
be counting
ed è
on you.
appena
Yes, thank you so
successo
much.
lunghissima. Ma posso fermarmi. Quindi sì, non mi deluderò.
Yeah, just leave it to us.
Tanto abbiamo già fatto le daily, perciò se ci metto fino a stasera
Paimon has a
comunque...
question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Senti, allora mi sta piacendo
Oh, well,
il fatto che
I'm
abbiamo
afraid that would
visto
involve some of our
la
essential trade
cinematic,
secrets as magicians.
cioè c'è stata la
The secrets
cinematic
behind our
carina.
magic are past saving, Lenny.
I suppose you're
È
right.
finito?
The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence
Diciamo
that
che
will be
non mi
weighted during the
piace
trial.
fare l'investigatore, però vabbè.
Tis truly a pity.
Mm.
As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no
sì.
effort in perfecting it.
Io vorrei
But if
vedere
revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth
Arlecchino.
behind what happened, then it will be well worth
Tu
it.
sei riuscito a... Non,
We should
non
go
è ancora
somewhere
arrivato.
else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
Bellissimo. Ok. Abbiamo finito.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come
What
with
do you
me and
mean?
you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal.
Ok.
Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
Ok.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Mhm.
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both good friends of his?
Ma insomma.
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Usa il dossier sul caso per consultare le prove a disposizione, verificare i progressi di raccolta degli indizi e mettere in ordine le informazioni sul caso in questione, quindi è una roba seria. Nel dossier sul caso sono disponibili anche le prove e gli indizi che non hai ancora scoperto. Ispeziona le aree corrispondenti per localizzarli. Caspita. Usa l'abilità di percezione per trovare prove e indizi presenti nelle tue vicinanze. Questo ti permette di fare progressi. Va bene. Secondo quanto emerso dalle indagini della Guard, i fuochi d'artificio usati poco prima della fine dell'esibizione hanno incendiato la corda che reggeva la vasca d'acqua, causandone la caduta e provocando la morte di Cowell. Linney sembra la persona più plausibile ad aver usato un oggetto di scena come arma del delitto, ma la domanda è: perché proprio Cowell? E perché la ragazza scelta tra il pubblico è scomparsa? Ci sono ancora tante domande senza una risposta. La vittima è Cowell, uno degli assistenti di Linney. Tutti i suoi colleghi lo ritenevano una persona molto affidabile, sempre con le occhiaie. Il suo lavoro consisteva nel preparare e ispezionare gli oggetti di scena, fornire assistenza durante lo spettacolo e tenere viva l'attenzione del pubblico. Ok. Ci possiamo forse fermare qui. Allora, riscattiamo questa cosa. Qui ci sono nuove informazioni. Dettagli dell'aggiornamento. Non ce l'abbiamo. Non ce l'abbiamo. Ok. Va bene. Esaminiamo la linea bianca. Wow. E tipo ha distrutto totalmente tutto. Esaminiamo.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Oppure?
Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, Paimon should write all this down. Let's take notes.
Paimon sa scrivere. Allora, questa fune è stata usata per far pendere la vasca. Si è rotta all'improvviso quando i fuochi d'artificio sono stati sparati sul palco. L'indagine ha mostrato che il punto di rottura della fune era fatto di un materiale infiammabile. Va bene. Quindi solo il pezzettino infiammabile praticamente. Parliamo con la guard, Maurice.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Ok, chi è?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
No, erano
That's how
tutte
it seems
giovani,
to
no?
us, in any case.
Tutte
Apart from
giovani,
the fact
tutte
that they were
giovani
all
donne
young
della
women
stessa
of
età.
around the same age range, there really weren't any other
Okay,
connections
okay.
between them.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact
Sì,
us.
aspettate, eccola.
It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Siamo d'accordo. Siamo qui apposta. Allora, la persona scomparsa è Elsie. È una famosa pittrice ed è venuta ad assistere allo spettacolo di magia per prendersi una pausa dal suo lavoro artistico. Lavoro artistico. Lei non ha le occhiaie, quindi altro che lavoro artistico. Non è nota per essere coinvolta in qualche disputa con nessuno della troupe degli spettacoli etillinei. Va bene. Ok, quindi è una signorina nessuno. Ce ne mancano due. Ah, ok, sono un po' più qui. E... Ah, siamo anche il Traveler noi, quindi siamo costretti. Obiettivo raggiunto. Qui. Ah, ok, la box, naturalmente. Esaminiamola. Sembra una comunissima cassa, ma Linea a quanto pare è riuscito a spostarcisi dentro, nonostante non abbiamo letto bene. Parliamo con questo Sildor.
I see that you're investigating the area.
Sì.
Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too.
Ma
If
chi
you
sei?
find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share
È
them
un
with me, all right?
giornalista.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. It all started with that loud thud.
Vero,
Thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
vero.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
Sì, effettivamente.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice, Lynette perhaps, jumping atop the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Quindi qualcuno è caduto tipo.
Oh, that's true. I suppose
Questa è una traduzione
I
sbagliata.
must reconsider.
Reconsider sarebbe devo pensarci meglio.
What was with that sound?
Non è riconsiderare, è un false friend. Allora, durante il numero di scambio di posizione c'è stato un forte colpo che molti spettatori hanno sentito. Va bene. Proprio facciamo Cluedo proprio. Allora, qui sopra Sopra quanto sopra? Sopra. Ma non possiamo mica uscire. Ah, ok. Ora andiamo a guardare. Non mi funziona più. Ecco, ok. Andiamo a guardare qua. Siamo dimenticati di qualcosa. Oh, quanto sono distanti le cose? Ah, non possiamo vederlo. E allora, andiamo in questo. C'è qualcosa che manca qua. Qui. Dobbiamo parlare con un'altra persona. Quentin. Abbiamo Quentin che ci
The
dice...
investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Ha senso, ha
Sorry to
senso.
interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
Ha
What were
senso.
you saying about the number selector? There's
È stato
something wrong with it?
manipolato.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
È sempre il solito, se non ci conosci.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Però non ha senso questa cosa, perché comunque lui ci ha prenotato i posti, ci ha appunto prenotato quel posto lì, ma non poteva sapere quale fosse il posto di quell'altra ragazza. Vabbè. Questo dispositivo è stato usato durante lo spettacolo di magia di Linney per selezionare un fortunato membro del pubblico. Tuttavia, la guard ha scoperto che il numero generato era sempre lo stesso. Evidentemente qualcuno lo ha manomesso. Benissimo, allora andiamo a prenderci l'altro. Forse si va da qua. Eh sì, per forza si va da qua. C'è anche una specie di... No. Ma qui non si apre. E scusate, allora. Da dov'è che si va? Cioè, possiamo arrampicarci? No. Picchiamo. Non ci possiamo arrampicare. Ah, ok, erano sequenziali, quindi non potevamo accedere a questo prima di...
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Abbiamo sentito i... Ah, dobbiamo parlare con Molly. Parliamo con Molly.
Lenny's still talking to the guard. I think some...
Bug. Possiamo uscire da qui? Possiamo uscire. Eccoci qua.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Adoro!
Keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Lei è impossibile che non ci
More about
conosca.
that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating
Spina di
disputes and providing
Rosula.
protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Molto bella.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rasula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Indaghiamo.
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Nemmeno io.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Oops.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No. Però se è così che funziona.
Well?
And why would that be? See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I, too, think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
La clip. Eccoci qua. Alba. Eccoci. Andiamo al dialogo.
I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Bene.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
Con gli occhiali
I have
senza le
nothing to
aste.
add.
Perché lui ha gli occhiali senza le aste.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Ok, stoppiamoci. Basta, abbiamo fatto 2 ore. Basta. Ci rivediamo.